Most lawyers will tell you where they went to law school. Very few will tell you what it actually changed about them. I graduated from the USC Gould School of Law, a top-tier law school in Los Angeles that has been training litigators for a century. And I'm proud of that. But what I want to tell you today is not about the name on the diploma. It's about the specific things USC trained me to do that show up every single time I'm sitting across the table from an insurance company. And when I sat across from some of the most famous plaintiff lawyers here in Arizona. Because here is the truth most people do not hear. Your lawyer's legal education is not just a credential. It is the foundation of how they think when your case is on the line. Let me tell you what I mean. Point one, think like a litigator from day one. The first thing USC taught me was to think like a litigator, not a negotiator. There's a difference. A negotiator asks, what can I get today? A litigator asks, if this goes to trial, what does this look like to a jury? USC trained us to read a case backward from the courtroom. Every piece of evidence, every medical record, every gap in treatment, every inconsistency. I was trained to find those things before the other side does. When I take your case, I'm not waiting to see if the insurance company makes a fair offer. I'm building your case like it's already headed to trial. Because that posture is what gets serious attention at the negotiating table. The second thing USC built into me was the ability to argue, not just talk. There's a difference. Arguing means you can articulate why the evidence supports your position, why the other side's argument is weak, and why a fact finder, like a judge or jury, should believe my client. USC trained me in appellate advocacy, oral argument, and how to present complex facts in a way a real person can follow. That matters in your case. When I write to an insurance company, I'm not just sending paperwork, I'm constructing an argument. And when that adjuster reads it, they understand exactly what is coming if they do not take your case seriously. That is not an accident. That is training. And the third thing, and maybe the most important, is that USC trained me never, ever accept the first answer I am given. In law school, the professor does not want your first answer. They want you to defend it, stress test it, and see if it holds. That habit does not leave you. When an insurance company says your policy doesn't cover that, or our driver was not at fault, or the injury is not that serious, I do not accept that answer. I ask, show me why. And most of the time, when you apply real pressure, the first answer changes. My law firm is based on me going to USC. Fight on is not just a slogan at USC. It is a mindset. It means you do not stop when the first door closes. You look for the next one. At GAMESQ, that is how I approach every case. Not because I have something to prove, but because you deserve a lawyer who is trained to push and who has built an entire firm around that instinct. At my law firm, it has always been and it will always be your injuries, our fight, your win. And so if you are hurt in the Arizona accident and you want to understand how a serious law firm thinks about your case, call 623-233-4416. The consultation is free, and I will be straight with you about what I see and what I think your options are. You don't have to make any decisions, but I'll show you what a USC trained lawyer can do. Fight on.